It was August 2021, afternoon, finished a day's worth of work, bumper to bumper traffic. So I got on my bike and I was just going to the store to get some stuff from me and my kids. A vehicle going my way had stopped and he had flashed his lights to oncoming traffic. That guy took it as he should turn left and he turned left into me. So he took me out, hit me. I flew 5 or 10 feet, snapped my left leg, very painful, lots of pain, screaming. But his claim was that I ran into him. And that was just kind of, it's amazing how the world works and what people do and think and see. Of course you want to not be at fault of something, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to believe the damage I could potentially have run myself into that vehicle and cause that kind of damage. But he was adamant. It wasn't about who caused what. I mean, that was pretty apparent. People are people. And then the ambulance came, they got me. That was a forever process because of the type of fracture it was. And then I had what's called a compartment syndrome. So that's where the muscles in the leg are starting to swell up because of the fracture in the inside. And it wasn't a compound fracture, so no skin was broken. So you couldn't see, so all the pressure's building up inside the leg. BB here couldn't handle it, so they shipped me up to Christiana. I don't think I saw a doctor until probably like 4 or 5 in the morning. They set the leg, they sent me home. Within 2 days, my leg's in severe pain, I'm sweating bullets. And I go back to the doctors, they say, you're fine. And they open it up and it looks fine, it did look fine, but it wasn't. They sent me over to the hospital, they took some blood tests and right away they knew that it was infected. The worst part about that was that I just started a new company the year before in 2020, and this happened in 2021. I didn't have insurance at the time. I did not have health insurance at the time. I knew this was not just going to be an insurance car accident, this was going to be something greater. The insurance companies will not have your best interest at heart because obviously they don't want to pay anything and we want to get what's fair, all right? What's deserved. And you want somebody on your side. Not only caring, but explain the whole process, what to look forward to. In the first meeting with Chase, and it was a free consultation. It was very low key. And the end result is to make sure that you're taken care of, recovered, and you have a future, especially if you've been damaged like I've been damaged. You need a BMF, you need a Chase there at the back, at the very end to help you get through all that. A lot of people, I think, will, they think I'm in an accident and they probably think I'm going to get some sort of payout. And I think they all think that it's going to happen tomorrow. And, insurance companies don't want to pay. So they're going to drag that out. The less they have to pay and the longer they don't have to pay, the more they get to keep that money and sit on that money. And that money will work for them. And have somebody in your corner like Chase and like BMF who can explain that to you and make sure you understand that. But if you don't have that, I just couldn't imagine, how other people survive. So mediation day comes up 2 years plus after the accident, right? So we're now in 2023 sometime. It starts at 8 in the morning. It ended somewhere around 8 that night. It was an all-day slog. The whole process was very detailed. Chase explained that, there's costs that we're going to pursue, which are the hospital, the actual expenses. $470,000 hospital bills that I had from this accident and all the surgeries and the hospital stay and the drugs and the treatment at home and everything. It became very expensive. And then there's expenses that I lost because I wasn't able to work. And then there was these other costs that, me suffering through all that, and still to this day, my knee doesn't work the way it should work, the way it could have worked. And there's things that I'm limited in doing on a daily basis that I normally wouldn't be, certainly at my age. And I was in good health, I was in great health. But the expert we used was very helpful in putting the story together of what, I had made and what I could potentially make and should be making in the future, but what I may not make because of what this accident has done to me and how it's going to limit my future. And they lowballed the offer. So we had an offer They started way low. And Chase told me very good all along. He said, you know, he told me what to expect, and that was what you were to expect. You know, they were going to go low. And so we just spent the whole day, you know, going back and forth on why it should get up and why ours should get up, theirs should get up, and they wanted why ours should come down. So you want somebody like that on your side. You want a BMF on your side. You want a Chase on your side doing that for you. You don't want to be out there by yourself trying to negotiate, because they're not going to pay you what they should pay you. They're going to try and get paid the least amount that they can. Having BMF there to really do the bookkeeping, because there was a lot of, I have a ream full of bills of everybody, all the doctors. Nobody else had 3 doctors come and see them every day. So that bill was huge. And then I had my orthopedic surgeons, I got bills from him. And then I went to physical therapy weekly for almost 2 years. And that bill was huge. And medication, there's just a bunch of bills that if you had to do all that on your own, it would be tough. In an accident, anybody's accident, you have the doctors who are going to heal you. And then you're going to have the physical therapists who are going to help you get better. But you need an attorney, you need a Chase, you need a BMF who are going to make you whole at the end of this whole process so you can move on with your life. You want a Chase in your corner. You want a BMF in your corner. You want somebody like that who will have your best interests at heart. That's the most important thing.
Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico. Right lawyers, right now.